my God, I can't believe, was it 2 years later, 18, 19, 20, 3 years later, I finally figured out how to respond to all of my critics who are saying that Jilly juice is not FDA approved. Well, first of all, it doesn't need to be FDA approved because it's not a cure and it's not commercially sold as an actual product that has to go through FDA processes. And so when you think about it, Jilly juice, every single component of the recipe has been FDA approved because the salt was bought from a commercially driven place that was FDA approved processes. The cabbage and kale were sold in a supermarket that's FDA approved by, the government through the farmers and whatever. And the water is based upon my local municipality because it's tap water. Okay? I'm not mining my own salt. I'm not growing my own cabbage and kale, and I'm not making my own water or taking it from the stream or whatever. Okay, so Jilly juice actually is FDA approved, and there is no claims being made. Okay, when you look at what the requirements are for an FDA approved process or what the items have to be, this usually is tobaccos, alcohol, anything food driven. What else? Medical devices, medicine, antibiotics, anything that would require some kind of government oversight to make sure that the salt's being mined correctly, the cabbage and kale are being grown in the right processes, the water is treated the way it needs to be. And so I don't know what the problem is, people. Technically, Jilly juice is FDA approved. And again, there are no claims made. So I would not be violating any kind of standards or any kind of FDA standards about making claims because there are no claims. Jilly juice is not a cure. Cures have to be FDA approved anyways. But that was the only issue the Ohio Attorney General had. It was the fact that they had to refer me to the Federal Trade Commission to make sure I was not advertising in the wrong way. And of course, back then I didn't know the difference between cure and reversal and all the wording that goes along with it. So that was a total learning process. But anyways, yeah. So I don't know. It's so fun to learn this stuff. And my dad, he worked for biotech. He actually was a chemical engineer, and he oversaw the FDA processes with some of the pharmaceutical companies that he worked for. And so, yeah, there is definitely, when you are in pharmaceuticals, you have a very regimented regulatory process that goes through so many different testings and, reports and outcomes and whatever. And so, not that he told me all what he was doing, but that was the superficial, blurb that he would tell us. Yeah, I work for, your dad works for biotech, and he oversees the FDA processes for all the different pharmaceuticals that he works with, that he worked with way back in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s. Okay, so 70s, 80s. I mean, he was, yeah, he's in his 70s now. So, but why would I even think of this today? I mean, I don't know, because I'm looking at all the business processes and what prompted all this. Why did I know this before, or how to respond before? And I'm thinking of like, well, yeah, why? Because I was looking up business process reengineering, and I was going through that, and then something to do with I'm trying to remember. Figure out the connections. My mind is going like so fast right now. It's insane. I can't wait to start writing again, which will be tonight. But ooh, hold on. Let me kill this. I gotta look at because I feel like I just am going like a mile a minute. But yeah, okay, so USDA or US human food. Okay, Oh yeah, regulatory, because I wanted to prove that I was regulated a little bit by the Ohio Attorney General, and then the whole FDA. So why do you want to do that? Why do you want to say that? Well, because people are always wondering, like, why am I not being punished by the government? And I'm like, there's nothing to punish me for. There's nothing, no claims being made. Everything's FDA approved, and there's no issue. And so if that's what's stopping you is because you don't see an FDA approval on my book, well, then go to the freaking market and buy the FDA approved salts, buy the FDA approved water, buy the FDA approved cabbage and kale, and get your FDA approved jars. And guess what? It's not antibiotics, so it doesn't, have to go through another regulatory process because it's not antibiotics, so it's probiotics. So then there you go. Where's the issue? There is no issue. So, anyways, I figured I would say that. So those of you that have people in your world that want to argue that Jilly juice is not FDA approved, well, just tell them all the ingredients in Jilly juice, the book, my book, all the ingredients in my book, and all the food supply is FDA approved. And if you're one of those that want to eat organic and you're claiming that Jilly juice is not FDA approved, then you're a fucking hypocrite. I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. Okay? So, I just needed to voice this because I was like, why didn't I think of this a couple of years ago? But it does take a few years of peeling back the layers of all the programming and the fears and all the things that people try to stop you from having a thought process. And so you kind of feed into that until you know the laws and you know the rules and you know how shit works. Then you'll believe all the freaking stupid stories that are out there. And there are plenty of stories out there. There are some very creative people that will spin the truth. They'll take facts and mischaracterize the facts. Oh yeah, you've seen it. We have these people who are like MIT graduates that are saying Jilly juice is poison. And I'm like, how can you say something like cabbage, water, and salt is poison if it's been FDA approved and salt isn't a controlled substance? I mean, come on, aren't you? Now, I know I'm being a little catty right now, but I gotta like question some of the people's education, especially these journalists out there. My God, go look at the BuzzFeed article. The BuzzFeed article. She's from like MIT, supposedly very educated, and she's saying Jilly juice is poison. Well, I didn't really say it, but she's trying to infer that Jilly juice killed somebody. Doesn't poison kill people? And if Jilly juice with the ingredients is FDA approved, then where's the poison? Where's the controlled substance? You think there's black market salt? I mean, come on. There's got to be some kind of freaking logic somewhere. What, probiotics, you think that's poisonous? Oh, but wait, yes, some of these college graduates are very compartmentalized. I'm sorry, but I have to be very frank. Some of these college graduates are really exploiting their readers with their journalists that are trying to, gain some kind of market share. They're exploiting the ignorance of their readership. And so that's what I'm saying. Those that are anti-government, those that are I don't know. It will be easily manipulated. So, I just, I'm surging right now. So I'm going to go because, now I'm just kind of rambling. But I just wanted to say that because I'm excited for the fact that I figured out how to respond to that argument. So if somebody wants to be like, oh, well, Jilly is not FDA approved, blah, 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 then how can you say that? Oh, I'm not claiming nothing. And yes, Jilly juice is FDA approved. And yeah, it is regulated. Yeah, it is. It really is. All right, bye.